one of those days.
It's just one of those days.
Good morning. The time is 8:48 a.m. This cold is kicking my butt. Today is one of those days I should have stayed home, but I did not. I gotta keep rolling. So you see this here? We're doing a shed here for more stuff. So we can put delicate stuff in here. One of the neighbors called the county on us, complaining that we're building stuff without permits. They showed up, 3 officers from the county showed up yesterday morning. Because I know my laws, I mean, we pull like 50 permits a year, so like, we know what the hell we're doing. Anyways, but some
wonderful lady
calling the counties since I bought this property for the past 3 years, saying that we're building stuff back here for no reason. Actually, the county head supervisor actually knows me. He's like, hey man, did somebody call again? This is the conversation I had with the supervisor. Give me a call back when you get a chance. I'm the owner of. Have you stopped by today?
Yeah. We received a complaint that I don't know what's going on. I've been there maybe twice or 3 times.
Yes, I remember that. That's why I called you. Like, hey, I remember you.
No, again, somebody's complaining that you were building in that garage, but it didn't look like you were building anything in that garage.
I'm building a shed.
Yeah, that looks like you are building a shed. Now, that thing's under 256 square foot.
That is right. Yep, 240. Exactly.
And that's fine. You don't need a building permit for that.
I pull like 40 permits a year, with the company that I have. And
Yeah, I haven't had any issues with you guys. I don't know who this person is that keeps calling and complaining, but they do. So I have to come out and look.
no, I understand. It's your job.
Yeah, when I looked it up, I seen the address. I thought, here we go.
Clearly knows who we are, and he knows that we're not doing nothing illegal. But some
awesome neighbor
is counting on us every freaking chance you get. So in other news, also, if you guys are building a shed, it depends on the county, but typically there's a minimum size for permit requirements. And for this county, it's under 250 square feet. You can build anything you want. This shed is under 250 square feet, so that means I do not need a permit. And I already told him that, and that's what it is.
It's almost like we're a construction company.
What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna start building an 8-foot fence around the property so they can stop snooping on my property. I swear, man, I don't know what who has time to be calling the county on other people's? You hate life, you hate people?
Get a hobby.
Get a hobby, right? I don't care what my neighbor's doing. It's like, what are you doing, man? You doing a shed, a house? Nice. That's what I would say to my neighbors. I don't care what you're doing right there. As long as you're not getting on my property, not in my business, who cares? People, man, people.
They finally cut up all the murders you did?
Yeah. Duh. Actually, 2 weeks ago, on the dot, we have totally completed this job. So we are actually 2 days behind on my final stop on this one. But the client is super happy, super excited. There's a brand new bathroom on his main floor. It looks beautiful. So I haven't really looked at it after the guys cleaned it up and everything. So let's keep running. I feel like I'm running out of time every time I go somewhere. Hey,
client,
I'm here now.
Oh, okay, I got the check right here. Hold on.
10-4. All right, guys, so this is the finished product of this particular job. We did come 1 day too late for the pictures and the final product pictures. I gotta do better at that. So the customer's really happy with the jobs. It was a mess, it was fun. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, let us know. And that is the key to this thing. Any business that we do, when it comes to real estate, remodel, additions, or home building, is doing the best we can do when it comes to this type of work. All right, on this particular day, we are actually heading to...
Turn right onto South Point Parkway.
Excuse me, before we crash. We are heading to a real estate visit. One of my customers interested in buying a property. It's not a real house with a foundation. It's a double wide. Based on what I saw, I don't think that the house itself is good enough to be appraised by a bank, and so they can give him a loan. So most likely he has to pay cash. Hopefully he can make an offer and close his deal. All right, let's go. Oh, okay. All right, guys, so we are here. We're walking the property now. So this is the double wide. you gotta be in the game. So immediately when you see a property or real estate, you gotta figure out, exactly what's going on here. You see that rotten plywood sheathing. You see this nasty foam, old windows, old gutters. The soffit is ugly. Start adding the numbers, And then labor, see that aluminum fascia up there? Disgusting. So yeah, how you doing? They might have cameras. When you walk a house, you always gotta be careful. They might have cameras and recording devices. Okay. What do you think? Una puerta nueva. Oh, hello. So that's a pump. That's a well pump. The only reason I know is because we did a house with this type of pump. And I quickly find out that's not what you need. I mean, you need new flooring, new carpet, new doors. ¿Cuántos acres tiene este? 3 acres. To rent it out, you only need new flooring and the bathroom. See the joints, cracks down there. When you come out, it's always dripping water, so probably a little water damage. You see that? That's because of the moisture's coming. Oh, you can see the foam. You see that? They've improved foam because the water's dripping down to the crawl space. And you see that's peeling over there too? It's because there's water. Now you gotta do the math, how much you're gonna invest to fix it, to rent or to sell. So, no, there's no AC.
Oh, so it uses a window unit.
It's supposed to be 3 acres here, but we can't tell. One of the apps that we have to check out the borderline, so the property doesn't show anything. Thank you, sir. Bye, boy. Yep. So this is a pretty good amount of land. This is about 3 acres of land towards the back of the property. So it's pretty good. It's a very nice location too, 10 minutes from downtown. So one of the biggest factors you need to understand when you buy a property to flip or fix, number one thing is gonna be the HVAC unit. It's gonna be hot and cold air systems, make sure that everything works. Or if it's not working, you gotta put a big tagline of expense. And second it's gonna be the roof. If it needs a new roof, obviously, it depends on the size of the house, but still, that's the second big expense that I look at. And then from there on, any type of water damage inside the house that could have rotten either the plywood sheathing on the floor or the walls or the roof, those can be very, very pricey. If the house has been sitting for a long time, usually the moisture from the crawl space comes up and it destroys the entire sheathing and the joists of the floor. The reason I know this pain point is because I've been through every single one of them. I'm talking about from experience and not because what I read or people tell me. So one major one that I don't really talk about, usually I don't see much, foundation walls. Foundations, make sure, in case they're crumbling or cracking or moving around. Obviously, those are the big red flags. And obviously, plumbing and electrical. Electrical, it depends how old the house is. Could be old electrical wiring that you need to replace the entire house, or it could be old plumbing from back in the 1960s or whatever. This special pipe that is the worst in the world. That type of piping. I forget the name. But if you see that, you gotta replace the entire plumbing system in the house. Everything else is cosmetic. Drywall repairs, trim, interior doors. It is what it is. It's part of the real estate process. So those are my 5 tips for real estate. Every time I meet somebody, I tell them what I do and what I offer. So for example, I'm a real estate agent also, and I'm licensed to sell in the state of Virginia. And obviously I have a Class A license to build houses also, so that's what we do. And that's how he knows that I sell properties and fix properties. So he called me yesterday, I think it was, and he sent me a property that he saw. It's not bad, but it needs a major, major fixer-upper. The last visit for today is gonna be the master bathroom addition that we're doing to this particular house. The boys are actually started framing today and they did a great progress. They did the roof and the walls, so that's what they're doing now. So look, working out here. There's no door on the exterior of the master bedroom addition, so we're leaving a temporary access so we don't have to bother the customer during the daytime. ¡Qué hombrecito! So the future door for the extension is going to be here somewhere. It's going to be here somewhere, And then the bathroom is gonna be on this side right here. So the framing process is going on quickly. So aside from that, there's the roofing should be put on by the next 2 days, siding with also the next 2 days. Electrical and plumbing should be here within the next 2 to 3 days maybe. So we're looking for inspection in about 5 days or so. Look at this guy. Yeah, very good progress, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's go.